Hi everyone, thanks once again for tuning in to Smash Factor TV. Today I'm going to show you my top 3 tips to stop hitting fat golf shots. If you're someone that struggles with hitting fat golf shots, these are the top tips to get you hitting much better. Let's go and have a look with some more game-changing golf coaching. Hi everyone, and thanks once again for tuning in to Smash Factor TV. My name's Natalie Adams. With today's golf tip, we're going to help you to stop hitting fat golf shots. If you're somebody that catches the ground before you hit the golf ball, you hit that fat golf shot. When you're out on the course, you see the club connecting with the ground before it connects with the ball. It can cause you a lot of issues. The main one being you just won't hit a good shot because the energy of the club is going into the ground and not into that golf ball, and you won't generate the distance that you could potentially generate. So fat golf shots cause us a lot of issues on the course, and you're under pressure right from the off if you're hitting the ground before you hit that golf ball for the majority of those shots. So my top 3 tips for how not to hit fat golf shots. First of all, tip number 1 is to get a good understanding of what this golf club is actually designed to do. I think one of the biggest things I see a lot of golfers doing is they're trying to help the golf ball go into the air, and you don't have to do that. The golf club is designed to do that for you. Your job with this golf club is to get the underneath of the club, or the sole of the club, interacting with the ground, and then the loft of that club face, that angle there, will generate a spin as the ball moves up it, and that's what will propel the ball into the air. You don't have to help the ball go up at all. But what I see a lot of golfers wanting to do is that when they swing back, they're wanting to lean back in an attempt to try and hit the golf ball up into the air, and that causes that fat golf shot. So the low point for the swing arc, for the movement of that club head, ends up before you get to the ball, and if you connect with the ground, you've now hit that fat golf shot. So tip number 1 is you don't have to help the ball go up in the air. The club is going to do that for you. What you need to do is learn to control the club head, so the bottom part of the club, the sole here, it interacts with the ground, but you're not trying to help the ball go up. So there's no upward movement in the club head. You're just making the bottom of the club hit the ground in the relative spot, in the correct spot, and then the club will do the work for you. So tip number 2 is, well, where is that correct spot to get that sole of the club interacting with the ground? Well, what we want to do is, ideally, we want to get the sole of the club interacting with the ground just ahead of the ball, so just to my left of that golf ball if I'm a right-handed golfer. So what I want to do before I hit the ball is I want to practice making a few swings and just actually letting the bottom of the club bump onto the ground, feeling more in front of my left foot. If I do that in front of my right foot, then I'm going to hit the ground before I get to the ball. If I'm on the turf, that's going to dig into the turf and I'm going to hit that fat shot. On the mat, I'm going to bounce off the mat and up, and I'm going to hit a really low shot. And please remember to hit the subscribe button and notifications. We release 2 videos every week. They're all geared up to help you get more from your golf using my expertise and knowledge. So please hit subscribe and the notification button so you never miss any of the videos that we release to help you get more from your golf. So a good way to know if you're doing this or not is if you take a Tpeg and just use the stick part of the Tpeg, which is very thin, and place it about 1.5 to 2 inches in front of that golf ball, and then that's the area that you want to get the interaction with the ground, so you can practice hitting the ground just ahead of the ball. And then when the ball is in, we can just repeat the same process, and that Tpeg now is going to give us some feedback as to whether we interacted with the ground just on this side of the ball, which is going to give us a much better golf shot, and we won't hit that fat golf shot. So you can see I've hit the Tpeg out of the way there as I've swung through. The club has got the, I've got the sole of that club head connecting with the ground in the right spot. Okay, so my third tip to help you with that would be, if we're doing that as a positive of where to hit, we can also do it if you put a towel off your golf bag, just put it before you get to the golf ball, so on the right for me here. Just a couple, sort of 4 to 6 inches before the ball. The better you get at doing this drill, the tighter you can get that ball into the towel. So if we go for this sort of range here, effectively when I'm set up, if I'm hitting, say, a 7-iron, the ball's just left of centre of my feet. So the towel is going to be opposite my right foot. And again, what I want to work on doing here is I'm going to swing back, and then I'm going to hit the ground this side of the towel without hitting the towel. If you struggle to do that initially, just get the towel outside of your right foot to start with, and then just gradually move it closer as you're getting more control. So we're going to swing back and then hit the ground on the left of the ball, which means we won't hit that towel. So if we then take that into a golf shot, same sort of feeling. And I'll start striking the golf ball a lot crisper. I've swung through there, not hit the towel. We can also use the Tpeg to give us that feedback drill. But the main thing to pick up on here is you don't need to lean back to try and help that golf ball go up in the air. Your role is just to make sure that the underneath of this golf club connects with the ground just ahead of that ball. That means you're going to be making a downward strike. As you connect with the golf ball, the loft of that club will now do the work for you to get the ball up in the air, and you'll start hitting much better golf shots and stop hitting those fat ones. It's another game-changing golf coaching tip.